Yo, everybody. How are you? I'm doing great. Because today, see if my hotkey did its job. I can never tell if these things are gonna do their thing or not. Uh-oh. OBS, what you doing? Nothing, apparently. Did that do it? Nope. Ah, well. Whatever, I'll manually do it. So, how is everybody today? Hey, Lance Taurus. Hey, Fabcat. Hey, Tribal. Hey, Sir Toxic. Doing great. I'm glad to hear it. So today we're going to do more blowing up of things. This is a slightly better configuration than what I had. It's not quite what it was supposed to be last week, but like, so what? It'll get the job done. And that's really all I care about. So, oh boy, always a treat watching a pro do his thing. I know, I love doing my thing. Okay, let me, yeah, I can just barely flick this lever from under here. And away we go. Isn't it magnificent? Ah, music to my ears. So, I was able to get quite a bit of this place laid out, as it were. So I got up to the maximum build height, just to show off what it'll look like. You know, that's as tall as you can build, 319. This is the general area that I'm going to blow up. I'm going to blow up more deeper than just this layer. This is just as far down as the TNT will reach. Ooh, I'll get over there. Anyway, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's gonna be something when I get it all ready. It's gonna have a sort of dystopian wasteland look to it. It's gonna be great. I probably want to take care of the watery coastline first, but I don't know. This is the first time you can catch a stream. Well, welcome, Sir Toxic. How have I been, Bunny? I've been doing great, Bunny. You've been exotic, Bunny? Ooh, there's an entire lava lake there. That's annoying. I hate lava lakes. But I hate water pockets internally in the land even more. Okay, so those all push back. Good. And then they drop TNT as they go back too, so it destroys more area faster. And the TNT is situated one block lower than I had it, so it reaches a little bit lower. Slime. So I found a slime chunk here, by the way. That's going to be very useful for future endeavors. Where'd it go? Oh, there he is. So yeah, it's been going pretty well. I got all my stuff back. And I've done pretty well everything I need to. I lost a bunch of, machine parts to a very unfortunate accident. God, that's loud. Anyway, I had my simulated chunk distance too low, and when TNT entities, because that's what's falling, there are TNT entities. When those hit unloaded chunks, and your simulated chunk distance is unloaded chunks now, so your render distance, I just want to be sure everybody's aware of this, your render distance is now separated from simulation distance, which means you can have a high render distance, but a fairly low simulation distance. So this is the amount of distance into which you will see things work out. Oh God. There we go. That momentary dip in frame rate as it tries to load more shit. But yes, it's something. Oh, that's a geode. Rip geode. Now the only annoyance is going to be that water. That water pocket's going to be... It's going to protect things from getting destroyed, and I don't like that. I don't care about the fucking geode, though. That thing can go. I'm not a fan of geodes. They, I don't know. The crystal amethyst stuff doesn't seem to, like... I don't know. It doesn't have all the cool stuff that I need it to have. You know, variants. Oh, holy shit, the water. It's murdering my frame rate. Oh my god. Okay, turn that down. High render distance is a bad idea. Come on, 24. There we go. Phew. So yeah, it's working out well. They're stopped or no, it's just my computer struggling to keep up with me screwing around. Okay, so I've got to plug up all of these bits and bobs here. The lava. Lava would do excellent. Now let's just carefully scoop one up. I said carefully, damn it. There. Wonderful. Now I should be able to get rid of all this slowly. Anyway, what snapshot? 4A. So that's cool. You know, it's not terribly amazing just because like there's no real like there's some old world compatibility stuff that they added, but like so what, you know, this isn't an old world, so most of that stuff doesn't matter. And you know, I do the best that I can with what I got. But yeah, everything's going well. Today is the last day, just so everybody is aware, today's the last day you can buy a Space Valkyria t-shirt. So go right ahead and get one. It is going to be a really, I'd say really valuable commodity eventually. Oh god. Just stay away from that. I'm not wearing a chest plate. Oh man, seeing these TNTs get thrown up everywhere is just like nerve-wracking. Let's go ahead and turn the machine off when it comes back around. This will prevent it from bouncing back and forth. Now, right about here. Ooh, squid ink. Free squid ink. There we are. Oh, fuck. Rip that. Anyway, I was able to expose most of the stronghold as well. So, you know, it's getting there. Man, this stuff's really penetrating deep. Damn. If it weren't for that lava lake, though. I really kind of wish TNT could blow up lava. It seems kind of strange that it can't. I'm gonna turn down those sounds. There we go. Much better. Damn slow lava, I tell you. Very popular 2PG player in Russia. Did I know that? Well, I've kind of known I've been popular for a while internationally, because there are a lot of international fans that I have. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not aware of stuff like that. But, like, being popular in this or that country, like, I don't live there. So I don't have any real cultural connection to you guys. So, like, I don't know anything about you. Other than that, you like what I do, and that's great. I'm glad you do. Don't get me wrong. I love having people who like watching what I do. Just that I have no idea what to, like, say about it, you know? Like, it's weird that there are people out there. This isn't something I would have thought of, like, 4 or 5 years ago. It's weird thinking there are people out there who want to know what I'm up to, who care, you know? Like, you're just some dude halfway around the world. You know, what's it to you what I do or what I build? But if you like it, you like it. And that's what it is to you. You like watching me be me. And that's okay. Like, that took a little bit of time to get used to and to, like, accept. I think I've begun to really understand and accept it. Oh shit. I thought I was getting hit with TNT. Okay, so this should be far enough away. And then I can remove all the water. The curtain of death has ended. Damn. Okay, cool. Anyway. Oh my god, it's Shaq the Ripper. Yeah, it's certainly me, Alpha Computer. Ooh. Lava everywhere. Alright, cool. 2 plus 2 to the power of 2. I have no idea what you're getting at with that, but sure. I think people just have a genuine fascination with me. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to, like, react to that there's someone who actually wants to know what I'm up to. It's a very abstract sort of feeling, I guess. I don't know. But it's good, I guess, in the end. People who want to see me. I guess I'd rather have it than not. So yeah. Now then, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Okay. Let me throw this up on the other screen. There we go. All right. Question today from the Discord is thoughts on engineer gaming. I'm not entirely certain what that's supposed to be. Like games like Space Engineers and like Gary's Mod and stuff where you can like, well, literal engineering. Oh, damn it. I keep standing in my own lava. Engineering, like games that let you, you know, simulate shipbuilding and things like that. Is that what that's getting at? I'm not really certain what that's supposed to imply. Like, I don't do a lot of those games. Though I did enjoy, in modded Minecraft, there were a lot of really fun engineering sort of oriented mods like Industrial Craft, Thermal Expansion, Buildcraft, and so on. Those were really fun. I loved playing with those. But, like, engineering games themselves kind of come off as boring to me. But then I know that if you are engineering minded, those things tend to be, you know, those things tend to get, they tickle your fancy, in other words. But you have to really already like that style to begin with. So I'm not really that into engineering and engineering type games. It just isn't something that I go out of my way to play or find or anything like that. And I'm sure there are other games like Rust, things like that, although that's kind of getting into the survival territory. Notch, funnily enough, oh damn it, Notch was going to develop another game after Minecraft called 0x to the C, something like that. And it was a dystopian future where, like, you're in a starship environment and you have to engineer, using programming, you have to, like, engineer your way to safety and, like... Fuck out of here, kids. It's not Halloween. Anyway, you have to engineer your way to safety and things like that. It looked really cool. But, unfortunately, it got discontinued and I didn't hear anything about it after, like, 2012. But hey, you know, it was something. I imagine that if that game had come out, I might have changed my opinion on engineering in gaming. I don't know. I would have had to learn whatever programming language Notch would have forced you to learn. I think it was supposed to be Lua or something. That sounds like vaguely familiar. You'd have to know Lua to be able to flourish in that game. Get out of here. Damn zombies, I tell you. All this gunk clogging up my inventory. There. Oh, I'm lava casting my own world. What is this? What does this playthrough come to? How ironic. That I should be the one to make my own 2B2T on here. Well, not really. Not that ironic. This was kind of sort of the idea from the get-go. Come on. Good lord, there's so much water. Now then. Who's a young kid playing on Minecraft Pocket Edition? You love making lava casts. Yeah. Lava casts can make really interesting designs. And I've lived in a lava cast before. It was on a temp map in like 2014. For just a very brief time, me and my friends made a lava cast base. And it actually deterred people for a short amount of time. It made them think nobody was living there. It was fun. I don't know that I would ever do it again, but, you know. Oh, but yeah. It's amazing how time has flown. How things have changed. Get out of here. Coming here to cause problems. I've noticed that the amount of mobs on the surface are, like, relatively low compared to how they are in the caves below. So, like, the cave part of the update, it's really kind of... It's done something of a benefit. Because you don't have to worry as much. Kind of. You'll still get mobs, don't get me wrong. Just... their numbers are a little bit lower. Just a tiny bit. Okay, I think this is closing it off. I just kind of want to fill it out a little bit more this way, and that should get it all secured. Meanwhile, I'm going to figure out where this one's coming from and plug it up. Oh, there's a whole layer here. Damn. All right. Next question. Favorite Minecraft mod? Ooh. That's an interesting one. Oh, fuck. I've always been partial to Thaumcraft. as like my favorite mod. I will play that one standalone from time to time. And there's just something about it, like it's a magic mod. It's not quite like Harry Potter or anything like that. It has, let's see now, if I recall, the mod creator said he based the magic system off of a book, an old book, a series of novels. And it's got a really interesting twist to it. Basically, you harvest essence from items, and every item in the game has an essence to it. And it's sort of like a steampunk pseudo-alchemy kind of magic with like wands, staves, power gloves, like all sorts of crazy shit like that. Very heavy steampunk style to it. And it just has this charm about it that I have a few old Let's Plays still on my channel from when I was really heavily into it. Unfortunately, that mod has since been officially discontinued, so there is no chance of it coming back. There is a group of people called Call of the Forge or something. Or Cult of the Forge, that was it. And Cult of the Forge has the rights to it. And supposedly they're going to like try updating it. But that was like way back in 2019 or something. And nothing has really come of it. So as far as I'm aware, my Thaumcraft is a dead mod now. Very, very sad. Like, it had so many cool things to it. And to just be kind of like abandonware. Ugh. It's so sad. I had so many fond memories playing that mod pack. I even ended up, funny enough, there was a big mod pack called Feed the Beast. Feed the Beast Overload or something like that. It was a really, really big mod pack. It had Thaumcraft in it. And I remember in late 2014, early 2015, I was still friends with iTristan. And he installed that on a private server of his. And I was like, you know, this is a really cool mod. Like, I like this mod alone. All the other things kind of add something to it. But, you know, I would really rather just play Thaumcraft by itself. And so I said Bayonara to him and just started playing Thaumcraft in single player. And that was like right before Space Valk. Actually, that was right before Asgard 2 and then before Space Valk. So, like, it was a very nostalgic kind of experience. Oh, I miss Thaumcraft so much. What I wouldn't give to have it updated to like 1.18 or something. Or 1.17, you know. Some somewhat recent version. Just so that I could like go back to it and enjoy it for all the fun. I would definitely do a Let's Play, like an actual edited with episodes, like proper video thing, if I could do that again. Just for like old time's sake. I wouldn't stream it. I would do, you know, like with Skyblock, like proper things. Or proper video structure, I mean. El Cayman, have I answered your question? I have no idea. I don't know whose questions I've answered at this point. I erased all the names related to questions on purpose. Just so that there's no bias. And yeah, like, you're just going to have to listen for it, man. I'm sorry. I know you asked a bunch, but, like, I don't know. Sorry, man. It just, it is what it is. I will get to them, I promise. But there's so many. So many questions. But yeah, favorite Minecraft mod. Definitely Thaumcraft. 100%. Absolute fun nostalgia trip of a mod. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. But yeah, do I think lessons in meme culture is a good way of being informed about life and the history of memes? Yes, definitely. Memes are, they're in the past, people would have various ways of sort of communicating cultural norms to each other. And memes occupy that niche now. But like, memes occupy multiple different niches in society, funny enough. And going forward, they're only going to occupy more. So, learning about meme culture, learning about memes in general, figuring out what's popular, like, you have to know memes now. Going forward, just like, this is culture, not just American culture, like internet culture as a whole. This is how everything is going to be from now on. Like, this will be society. Just the fact that memes can almost magically will some things into existence. Like, you've heard of something, memeing something into reality. If you've heard that saying before, like, there's weight to that. It is kind of real now. Meme magic is, unironically, very real. And you have to respect that. There's not anything any of us can do about it, because that's just how culture as a whole has evolved. So, like, this is life going forward. We will forever be surrounded by memes and meme adjacent things. So yeah, get used to it. The future is now. Surprise, motherfucker. If you didn't already know that, or if you didn't at least already suspect that, you don't have any excuse now. You know. You are aware. Memes are life going forward. This is how it will always be. And I can't really say that it's a bad thing that things are this way. Just that it's an adjustment, you know. Life is full of those things. Adjustments that you just have to deal with it, you know? Like, back in the day, memes were an underground thing. They weren't really something that everybody was aware of. It was a way almost of signaling to other people who, like, went to 4chan or something. Because predominantly 4chan was the way that a lot of memes were made and propagated. And yeah, 4chan was a cool place to be back in the day. And so that was a really interesting way to signal to other people, yeah, I'm from this board. I'm from there. I know this. I know that. You know, I'm cool. You can trust me. We're brothers. To a degree. But yeah, like, it's grown so much more than that now. I'm interested to see what direction it all goes in. 4chan still exists. Yes, it does, El Cayman. Do people come up with ideas or do ideas come up with people? People definitely come up with ideas. It is 100% a singular direction. Ideas cannot make themselves. They need a physical medium through which to act. And people, as far as I can tell, people are the owner of that. We are the masters of the things we come up with. Now, a lot of people don't realize that. You can't be the master of something if you're not consciously aware. So there are a lot of people who are unconsciously sort of like, they're aware of the power to change themselves, but they don't use it, you know? They don't exercise it, or it's a responsibility they're not willing to shoulder. And yeah, like, to a degree, there are people who could do something, who could take an idea and run with it, but don't. You know, maybe they're scared. Maybe they just have their reasons for not wanting to try. You know, stuff like that. Whatever the case, though, ideas are the tools of people. That has always been the case, and that will always be the case. Ideas themselves, because ultimately, you know, memes are just ideas at the end of the day. And so, in an increasingly interconnected age, like the internet age, it is how people change and perceive that change that things continue to change. Like, it's weird. I'm sure there's a more scientific way to put it, but you get the idea. Oh no, this is a little underwater cave, isn't it? Shit. Oh, this is gonna just be a mess. Even if I had 100 sponges, I don't think that would be enough. Crap. Yeah, lush caves and underwater caves are everywhere now. So blowing up any large plot of land is going to be a bit of a struggle. Yeah, right here. You can see right here, this was just the way the cave was. It was already full of water. Damn. I need sponge. Ugh. That's gonna make this a pain. It's bad enough I've got the ocean leaking in over there. I definitely want this area to be drained and destroyed. So, like, I don't want it to be open looking, you know? Water covering everywhere. Not until the very end. There is something kind of like that I want to try. Okay, it's like a lot of this water is just streaming down from a few sources. And then we got over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna blow this land up too. Gotta make a retaining wall. I don't have the materials, no. Ugh. Okay, Could use gravel. No, I feel like gravel would just make more of a mess. There's so much over here. Oh man, there's another layer. Damn it. Yeah, sponge. It's definitely the way to go. Where would a... Did I find an ocean monument yet? I can't remember if I found one and saved it or not. If so, I'll go there real quick and plunder it. Well, I guess momentary journey. Let me sleep through the night. Now I did find some skeleton horses. It was raining and thundering a while ago. Okay, so I've got... Wait, no, this is the wrong area. I'm looking through my screenshots right now, so give me a moment. Aha. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's close. All right. 1678, 447. 1678, 447. Cool. All right. We're going to momentarily go and raid an ocean monument. Oh. Now my hotkey decides to work. Of course. Son of a bitch. Yeah, don't worry, that was just an accident. So apparently if I hit my hotkey now while I don't have chat up, or the in-game chat up, it doesn't trigger. But if I open up the chat and press the number 4 on my number pad, that's what'll trigger it. Thank you for being incredibly obtuse, OBS. I heavily appreciate it. Oh. Anyway. Okay, I need something to wall myself up with. I hate to make this many buckets exclusively for milk, but I will need the milk. And then I also need my hoe and my trident. Since I'm going fishing, so to speak. Which would be a great idea to have those things. Can we still milk spiders? Is that a thing still? No? Damn. What about creepers? Can I milk you? No? Damn. Didn't drop any gunpowder. Also, a skeleton shot at me. Oh, that guy. Relieve yourself of your gunpowder. Now, I think I saw a cow up here somewhere. Oh yeah, I also burned more of the forest because fuck the forest. No, this is a dumb question. What was I drinking last night? Tea and a Coca-Cola. I'm drinking a Coca-Cola now, as a matter of fact. Oh yeah. Since everybody likes to ask this question for some asinine reason, I guess I'll start asking it. What's everybody drinking today? A certain you-know-who likes to ask that question as well. There's a rocket in my pocket. Okay, am I even going the right direction? 16, so no, it's this way. And 447, so that's this way. Oh, that was just over the hump. It's just like right over here, huh? Tea, coffee, milk for breakfast, Coke for everything else. Well, I don't recommend you drink Coke and milk back to back. Just like that is a genuinely serious warning I do have to give. You will give yourself a kidney stone. Oh, right over there you can see the new chunks. There be new land. Oh, that's a portal. Or is it? No, it's just a ruin. Yay, score free emerald. I kind of wish some of those would have more treasure, you know? More real treasure. Hey, wait a sec. That isn't it. 16. Oh, positive. I'm not yet in the positives. No wonder. Oh, that's right. I stumbled upon this one, this ocean monument, on like the first, possibly the first or second stream. Yeah, there it is, right there. And I was like, I'll go and get that later. Okay, so the bow isn't going to be terribly helpful. Ow. Ooh, scales. Break contact real fast. Oh, wow. Is that normal? There's an entire shipwreck. Come on, eat. Anyway, there's an entire fucking shipwreck. On dry land. Oh, fuck. Of course. Now then. Has anyone seen this sort of thing before? This is like, it's fully intact too. It's got crap in it, but not too shocking really. These things never really have anything that amazing in them. Oh yeah, remember when this was the only way to get moss? I guess. Huh? Oh, damn. I will go look at that in a bit. That will be a parting thing. All right, once more into the deep. Oh my god. I'm gonna get bumfucked. There we go. Phew. There were so many lasers on me, holy shit. Woo! Sponge room. Perfect. Just what I came for. Okay. I'm gonna have to kill the big ones before I even attempt. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so that's one. And then there should be another one that goes around the outer edge, I think. What's some of my favorite games? Video games and board games. My favorite board game was Monopoly. I haven't played it in a very long time. Favorite video game? Ooh. That's tough too. Obviously Minecraft would have to be #1, but like I assume you're asking, you know, other than Minecraft. So I really like a lot of JRPGs, especially the really old ones. Probably my favorite of all time would have to be either Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger. Those two are like some of the best RPGs ever made. Like, bar none. Chrono Trigger got, in Japan, it got an award, the best game of the Heisei era, which is just a Japanese, you know, span of time. Like, it's just how they measure the passage of events and so on. The Japanese emperor prior to that resigned, and so a new emperor ascended the throne, even though he's just a figurehead. And that's how they measure their eras, is by what era comes into, or what emperor comes into power and when. And so, like, the Heisei era was a 30-some-odd long year era. it began when I was born and ended like 2 years ago. And so for like, in that entire time, we saw the first golden age of video games. You know, the Famicom, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the PlayStation 2, the Sega Saturn, the Nintendo 64, the rise of computing as a whole. This whole era is just known for its wonderful classic games. And so they held a giant poll to determine, you know, what game, what franchise, whatever is considered the absolute best, and Chrono Trigger won out of all of those. And I can say definitively, yeah, it earned that. That is a medal that I don't think anything or anyone could possibly have out-earned. This is the only way I can breathe. I'm so sorry if it's annoying. It annoys me too. But yeah, it's wild. It's literally like in the running for best game of all time to have gotten that kind of an award. So yeah, that would have to be one of the big ones. Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasies 4, 5, and 6, and then I guess 7 as well. The Mana franchise, Secret of Mana. Wow. So many other games that I can't even begin to name. All of these things came out in the classic golden age of gaming era. Late 80s to the mid 2000s, I would say. With the end of the PlayStation 2. Damn it. Out of here. So yeah, that would have to be my favorite board game and video game. I also have had a soft spot for many years for the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! I've played that one for a fairly long time. I played it initially when it came out, way back in 2002 in America. Oh shit, you're big. Hey, get wrecked. And then I played it till like 2007, and then quit, and then I got into it back in 2018. So I've enjoyed playing that a lot in my spare time as well. Moving video game. What about shows? Ooh, oh, my favorite show that's not an anime. Favorite show. I really loved Scrubs. That was a great show. How I Met Your Mother almost came in close. Almost got to that level, but Scrubs beats it out simply because Scrubs was able to maintain its quality all the way up until pretty much until it ended. And How I Met Your Mother, in my opinion, really tripped at the finish line. Oh shit. I didn't mean to throw that. Anyway, it wasn't a bad show. It just was obvious that, like, here's a lesson in writing. If you're going to spend literal years building up a character and hyping them up and being like, hey, get excited for this person. They're going to show up soon. Oh my god, this person that has been so, you know, whatever. If you're going to do that, don't kill them off 4 episodes later. Just don't do that. That's so fucking stupid. So for those of you who aren't aware of how this show went, How I Met Your Mother was a single father, our main character, recounting to his son and daughter how he met their mother. And initially the premise is just, you know, okay, well, it's going to be a love story. It's going to be how they met. It's going to be, you know, this, that, the other. And they spend 7 seasons. So that's 7 years of real time. And they've spent so many years building up this person that he's going to meet. This woman. And finally he meets her. And everything's fine. And she dies of some lung disease 4 episodes later. It's not that they didn't have time to, get married and have kids and have a family. But they gloss over all of that. All 7 seasons are the buildup of this guy's normal, albeit quirky, everyday life and all the crazy shit he gets involved in. And it's really entertaining and it's fun. And they build up this woman, and she's gone in the blink of an eye. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, I would have loved to have seen more of her. Why didn't you give her more of a chance to be with, her husband? Why didn't we get to see more of them together? Because apparently they were so in love. We just didn't get that. And yeah, talk about tripping at the finish line. That is exactly what How I Met Your Mother did. And it was still a really good show for what it was, up until the last season. But, like, that level of just ball dropping, and by that I mean dropping the ball, not your balls dropping. Get your head out of the gutter. But yeah, that level of just buffoonery. So I can't really, I can't see that as anything else other than buffoonery. To have inadvertently killed off an important character like that simply because the plot demanded it, I guess? I don't know. It was dumb. The ending was not handled very well. Most people who like that show will probably tell you the same. How I Met Your Mother had such a terribly fumbled ending. But I still liked it. So yeah, that would have to be... Whoa. That behind Scrubs. And Scrubs, oh my god. All the things that happened in Scrubs. Scrubs was such a well-executed, well-thought-out show. Scrubs was a comedy about doctors in their natural environment, being doctors and shit, handling their daily life struggles and all that shit. But, it didn't shy away from the idea of we're doctors, we actually do medicine. People's lives are legitimately in their hands, and there's a seriousness to it. They take it, they do a lot of silly things, and they do quirky stuff, and it's fun, don't get me wrong, but, when time comes for them to make you cry, Scrubs can make you cry. It can really, it conveys the seriousness of being a doctor. It did a really great job of just being a human drama, and not many shows have been able to pull that off. It really is a rare thing to find a show that genuinely good. And this is American television, by the way. Scrubs is pretty old now, so most of you probably have heard of it. Let me get out of here. And it's famous for a reason. It's a really good show. It lasted 9 seasons or something. It got a good run. It isn't one of those shows that is really good, like Firefly, that gets cut off at the knees because of a network or something. It got its good run. It got its full due. Firefly was another really good show that, unfortunately, while it had only what was it, a season, 2 seasons, something like that, it had such a small amount of time to really get running. It hit the ground running. Firefly had its decent little run, and it got a good movie to sort of send it off. Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I would have preferred it had, you know, had a little more time to get running, but Firefly wasn't too bad. Get wrecked. So yeah, those are pretty well my favorite TV shows and stuff. My favorite Yu-Gi-Oh deck, you use ABC. Oh, I use Sky Striker. We should duel sometime, Katana. Hit me up on Discord. I just sort of got used to the Sky Striker playstyle, and now I can't play anything else. Nothing else is as interesting. And Sky Striker recently got some good support. And it looks like we're about to get something new as well, so like I'm really chomping at the bit to see what that looks like. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Too much, simply because there are a lot of, you know, not too many people play the game. So I don't want to alienate half the audience with boring card talk that nobody's that interested in. But yeah, you know, hit me up on Discord, Katana. ABC deck moment. Well, I mean, ABC is a very solid strategy that has existed for a good, what, 5-6 years now? It has, for the most part, stood the test of time. You can tell a deck is good when Konami relentlessly hits it on the ban list for, like, no damn reason. And then they kind of wised up and go, okay, this isn't that good. You know, we'll let the player base have it at full power. And so they did. That's exactly what they did. They fucked it as much as they could. And then they progressively unfucked it. I mean, that's how every good deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. It gets a light slap on the wrist, and then it gets heavily hit here, heavily hit there, and then it almost becomes a punching bag in many cases. Zodiac has had that happen to it. It was good, and it was kind of progressively not so good, and then suddenly something came along and made it much better, and it's just like, you know, a dog pile on this or that archetype. It just happens. Not much you can do about it. So, you know, good decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Do kind of stand the test of time to a degree. Not every deck will do that. There are good decks that just fall by the wayside almost immediately. So, you know, people complain about that, but fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will complain about anything, so whatever. I don't really pay it too much mind. So yeah, you know, do what you like. Find a deck that makes you happy. Let's get out of there. I don't want to get overwhelmed with multiple guardians when I don't have respiration on my helmet. Why isn't there a looting for tridents? Like, I'm killing things that drop stuff according to looting. Why is that not a thing? Ah, there's the gold room. I was looking for the gold room primarily. Same reading, there's not a looting on bows. Yeah, I know. Run, 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 run. Perfect. Okay. So as far as I can tell, that's the only sponge room that was in the entire place. Very unfortunate. I will come back here later to steal all the other, you know, the sea lanterns and stuff. I'm not going to let a sexy light source like this get away from me. Did my voice change? No, it didn't change. I don't think so. What about your voice? Did your voice change? Huh? Said you wouldn't talk about you too much. She's talking about... you know, it is what it is. When you feel passionate about something, you can get carried away so very easily. I have to be careful around normies that I know to not talk about Minecraft. Because they think it's a child's game. Well, my child plays it. You know, my cousin plays it. My such and such plays it. And all I have to do is just go, oh, that's nice. Well, I play it too. Smile and nod. Oh. Okay, back onto the negative Z. I only needed a few sponge anyway. That should pretty well get everything that I need. Okay, so I want to say I got this. This may be the same treasure map as the one in that other one. This is looking like that's the case. Although, I don't know. Since I changed all the chunks over to update to the snapshot, some of this stuff might have ended up changing. Where was that, that other shipwreck? Did I go the wrong way? Whoa, why is that spot dark? That's weird. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Looks to be this way. Wonder what we'll find. Oh, it's the pre-Minecraft people who still think it's a child's game. I know, right? Where there was a massive stigma against Minecraft on the internet. Lucky in the generation that you grew up with it. Well, I was already in college when Minecraft came out. So I completely understand how there was a stigma against it. Oh, I already got this one, didn't I? Yeah. Because it's the exact same. Although this isn't the same map as what was over there. Come on, fly. Here we go. Oh well, whatever. I'm going home. Okay. Should just be directly this way. Well, at least there was an easily accessible ocean monument nearby. I thought there might be, but I couldn't fully remember. I'm glad I decided to screenshot stuff like that. Oh, hey, look, it's the village that I'm gonna steal. How convenient, they all built their shit right next to where I wanted to be. Although, for real, they did build their village right at a stronghold. Wonder what the odds of a village generating on top of a stronghold are, now that everything has changed. Let's get these babies fired up. Okay, dump my other tools back in my toolbox. So I can make one sea lantern. Oh, that's so depressing. Let's make some more golden carrots to replace what I had to eat to survive. Let's see now, it's 32 minus 2. I should probably start growing carrots soon. Maybe later. Now then, so I got distracted-hated again. Let's move on to next questions. I'll definitely hold on to all that. This goes in there. That was some weird lag. Anyway, okay, next question. Things that are cool to me that not many people know about. Something that's cool that I don't think many people are aware of. Gosh, that's a tough one. I really enjoy... I'm really not sure. Like, I wouldn't know how to answer this question, unironically. It is... it's tough for me to think of something that people are not aware of. Like, there's not a small population of some people somewhere who at least know of it. I don't know. I know that's not terribly helpful, but like... yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have a really good answer for that one. At least not right now. Maybe in the future I'll come up with this. In fact, I'm going to table this question and think on it. Damn zombies, get out of here. So yeah, I will come back to that question at a point in the future when I've possibly got a better answer for you. Because I really don't like having nothing to say on the subject. That kind of defeats the point of asking the question, you know? So for now, I'm just going to have to say I'll get back to you on that one. But, you know, don't fret. That's a good question. It gives me something to think about. So yeah, what do I think of Platt, Pengu, and all the people I used as slaves back in 2016? Do you think they think about me? I don't know. I saw them maybe twice after that. I couldn't really tell you what happened to them. I'm sure they don't play 2B2T anymore. Not even I play 2B2T anymore, so who's to say? I hope they're doing well, you know. I only use them as slaves, ironically. Like, that was just a gag. Like, I didn't actually expect people to take that seriously. That's unironically one of the funniest and like most requested videos that I think I've ever done. People really liked that one for some reason. And you know, it was funny. It was fun. I just thought up the idea on the spot. I was like, you know, we could just use people as slaves. And then a year or two later, people would do just that to mine ender chests and make obsidian. It's funny how ideas kind of like circulate. But that's also proof that a good idea is something that more than one person can come up with. So the use of slave labor on 2B2T was not an original one. But then I don't think anything is original on 2B2T. There really truly are no new ideas, you know? There's nothing new under the sun. To think otherwise is folly. But hey, you know, if people who I've influenced out there have fun or had fun, or They look back on those ideas fondly, those memories, I mean. More power to them. I just hope nobody, like, begrudges me for doing that. That was just, like I said, that was just a joke. That was just a meme. And that was on, like, a temp map, too, so there was no real... Nothing was supposed to be taken seriously, because it was a temp map. At least, that's the idea I hope. Oh, fuck. I didn't look at him, did I? Okay, good. Yeah, that's the idea that I hope people take away from that. Like, I don't actually endorse slave labor. That was just a gag for the sake of the temp map. Because that was the worst temp map ever. That was a pre-dupe temp map with, like, nothing cool was on it. Nobody could make anything cool on it. We were under the Russia invasion, and so people were just so... I don't know. People didn't know what to do with themselves. I didn't know what to do with myself. So yeah, that map was like... That map was the worst. I hated that temp map. So I'm really glad that it ended when it ended. But, I don't know. Maybe if I had to do it all over again, it wouldn't be so bad. Okay. Yeah, sponge is exactly what the doctor ordered on that one. Now I've got to, like, sponge this area up, too. Oh, and there's a little hidden pocket in there I've got to sponge. Sponge. Sleep. Cheese block. Yeah, it does look like cheese, doesn't it? Sponge can clear blocks above it. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think about it. I just, like, throw it down and go. Oh. That's where I put that. More excess garbage. I swear, garbage comes to me like a magnet sometimes. Cool. Alrighty then. Next order of business. Okay, so that's all draining. Alright. So yeah, hopefully Platt and Pingu are, and whoever else, I don't remember who they were. Hopefully they're okay. Oh, this one. This is another really silly question that's, like, not meant to be taken seriously. Should Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson run for president? I don't give a fuck. Do it. I like his movies, kind of. He was okay in Journey to the Center of the Earth and The Mummy. Whatever the hell else he did. But personally, I don't really care. Celebrities have a lot going for them already. So when a celebrity runs for office, I really kind of just see it as like they're tired of being an actor or whatever they were. So now they're going to, like, screw up other things. So who knows? That bit is not draining. Why you no drain? Ooh. Axolotls. I can get another little buddy. And this is also a really useful glow squid farm. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get under this little overhang area first. Just because I know there's a lot in here. Oh, wait. No, I filled all this in. Duh. I'm dumb. Okay, so that all goes in there. Oh, does that all just regen? Hopefully not. Okay, that should get it a little bit better. If I need to like do more spot treatment, I can do that easily enough. But yeah, I don't care about celebrities. Like I've learned to stop concerning myself with who or whatever they are. I think the era of celebrity fawning is kind of coming to an end. At least I hope it is. Fawning over celebrities is cancerous. Causes a huge hit to like self-esteem and other things. Gives people an unwarranted, you know, sense of self-worth in many cases. It's definitely a problem. All that sponge, and that still didn't really get it. I'm so glad they added this functionality where you can pick sponge up with a hoe. Or break it up easily enough. I need more scaffolding. Kind of sequester this area off a bit. I'm going to make it flush with that. Hopefully no more leaks occur. Okay, next question. Did I dislike Ormonger? Yeah, I kind of didn't like him. He was a bit of an ass. He had a high opinion of himself, for starters. Ormonger couldn't really... Once we blew up Ormonger's base, he couldn't keep his opinions to himself. He had to, like, be as much of an ass as he possibly could. People didn't like Ormonger for a reason. I realized that from the outside, it seems like Ormonger got a lot of undue hate, but no. Ormonger got as much hate as he put out. He was an idiot stoner who for some reason felt like he was always right. Like he was an arrogant dickwad many of the time, and he had a gift for Minecraft for like automation and stuff. And he really liked building bases that could, you know, push Minecraft to its limits and all that, and that's fine. The whole meme about Ormonger lagging the server was generally untrue. That was just Tristan and Clyde justifying them going after him. But Ormonger as a person was not very nice. Not someone I would recommend trying to get in contact with. I think he still plays on Constantium. Or Cuckstantium as it came to be known. So yeah, Ormonger was a bit of a tragedy. Just as a person, he was a bit of a tragedy. Can't really help it, though. Some people are just like that. Okay, let's go every few blocks and make a pylon. This is to try to prevent the water from spreading inward toward where I've cleared. See, this way it can't join together. Now then. Damn, I'm out of stuff. Isn't it ironic having to dig for cobble like this? Oh well. Now then, is Uno reverse fair? Yee. Honestly, no. It really kind of isn't. The Uno reverse card, like, the whole game of Uno is incredibly unbalanced. Just as somebody who plays card games somewhat frequently, I can tell a glaring fault when I see one. And that is, you know, the ability to just absolutely destroy your opponent's progress in the blink of an eye. And yeah, the reverse card does that. But, like, to a degree, that's kind of the point. The Uno reverse card is just kind of like indicative of Uno as a whole. Funny enough, there's a lot of theory to how card games work. A lot more than you might think. And while Uno has become something of a meme game in recent years, yeah, there's rhyme and reason to some of the stuff. So, like, for example, I hate to bring up Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, but it does illustrate my point. In early Yu-Gi-Oh!, there were really powerful cards that were made that, if you saw them played today, your hair would stand on end. Because they're just such oppressive, powerful, unfair, because that's ultimately what it is, they're unfair cards. If you play them, you win. And it's a race to whoever gets to play them first. And what can you do? But as in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, you could play those cards, and they actually weren't that unfair. They were strong, but they weren't overwhelmingly strong. Today, they're overwhelmingly strong. A lot of these cards are banned from competitive play, and they're banned for a good reason. You would never want to see these cards be unbanned. And that's just how it is, you know? For a game in its infancy, like when Yu-Gi-Oh! Had those cards first come out, it was okay. Because you could kind of justify it with, well, there's not a whole lot you can do to capitalize on what these cards do for you. The game was in its infancy. But after 20 years of development, this is the thing that separates Uno from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has continued to make new stuff, but Uno just has its standard deck with the wild card, draw card, you know, stuff like that. And that's it. Like, you don't worry about it, you know? You know what is in an Uno deck. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Being a card game that is constantly changing, you really don't know what's going to be in your opponent's deck and how different it's going to be from yours. And that lends a lot of, you know, strategy and a lot of mystery and fun to the game. So as long as Uno doesn't really change, as unfair as a card like the reverse card can be, it's balanced enough. It's good enough. It's strong, but it's good enough. Because you're not always going to have the reverse card. You're not always going to be able to just go, no, fuck you. No, you. Uno reverse. Like, that's not always going to be there. And before anyone says anything, yes, I'm well aware this was also a meme question. But I like answering meme questions straight. There's a certain fun to killing the joke by being dead serious about it. There we go. Hopefully that's all the water pocket. I need scaffolding material. Running around in the wake of these things is pretty decent for that. But yeah, is the Uno reverse card hard to pull off? No. Does it require any thought? No. But Uno is a game about luck. It isn't really... There's no competitive skill or seriousness. Or at least there shouldn't be. If you're playing it seriously, you're doing it wrong. So, like, you know, the balance of a more serious card game versus one that's very clearly just for fun and yucks and giggles, like, you know. I guess there are always going to be people who, like, take things too seriously just because. Oh well, what can you do? Don't be one of them, that's what you can do. So yeah, good question. Sadly, I know who asked that, so what can you do? That person likes to ask questions of that nature. They've asked a lot of questions. Anyway, what are my thoughts on Metroid Dread? Ooh, I loved it. Metroid Dread was the cure we needed. It was the Metroid game that we've been waiting for literal decades. Come to find out in the interceding times, it's not just the story and the gameplay. Metroid Dread has some bugs in it. There are some wacky things that have been discovered in Metroid Dread in just the last 2 weeks alone. I've not really gotten into speedrunning it like I kind of wanted to, but I have been following the speedrunning community, and I've played the game from start to finish like 5 times now. I've just got to beat the game from start to finish one more time to get the last ending CG, and I will have 100%ed Metroid Dread. I might even do another stream of Dread where I do a single segment run where I just do everything in one go and try to start and finish the game. I'm not very good at using these glitches and bugs that people found, but, you know, they're around. So, one of the wacky things about Metroid Dread that oh shit. It's getting a little close for my liking. Anyway, one of the wacky things that have been discovered is there is a glitch that lets you go in the Z-plane direction. And what that means is, ordinarily, if you watch the Dread streams that I did, you would just, you know, you'd be able to move backward and forward, up and down, and that's it. It's very much a two-dimensional Metroid game. But this glitch allows you to literally move forward and backward in the same plane as the screen. And so people have found ways to, like, break the game by doing that. It's really interesting. These aren't the sorts of exploits I would have imagined on day one that could be possible. And so, yeah, like, Metroid Dread is... It used to be Super Metroid that was the go-to speedrunning game, because it's just so well designed. There are so many glitches that are not obnoxious or overpowering, just, you know, really good for what they allow you to do to skip parts of the game. But Dread, oh my god, Dread has some holes in it. And they're not the bad kinds of holes, they're the really fun kinds of bugs. And I look forward to watching Dread become more and more broken. They've already gotten the world record time down to less than an hour. Or about an hour, somewhere in there. So it wouldn't shock me to hear it's gotten even lower. And so, yeah, like, people have been chomping at the bit for a game like Metroid Dread for a while, and so we finally have gotten that kind of goodness. Not only was it a game that was hinted at, that they'd been working on for years, that just could never get off the ground, but that it actually, after all these years, unlike what, like Duke Nukem Forever, unlike that game, which had been hinted for years, that never went anywhere and was terrible, didn't live up to the hype, Metroid Dread lived up to its hype and then some. I can pretty firmly say it has blown our expectations out of the water. Which is exactly what we wanted. You know, we got every bit. And there were a lot of idiots complaining about how, oh no, Metroid Dread, $60. Why would you pay $60 for a game that's only 2D? Like, those people have brain problems. They're literally complaining about a game that was brand new on launch, was a first party Nintendo launch title. Like, did you expect it to be anything less than $60? Some people, I tell you. But oh well, I'm just happy that it has worked out. It's going to be a really fun ride watching Dread and playing Dread, because I'm not done playing it. I will definitely continue playing it in my off time, because I've actually started to get good at it. Like, I was genuinely frustrated with the game. Well, really, I was genuinely frustrated more with myself than the game, just because I sucked at it. But, you know, like I said this before, I was used to being good at the Metroid games that have been out for a decade plus. Just one of those things. So yeah, great question. Nintendo overall costs too much? I mean, yeah, probably to a degree. There's a bit of a name inflation, if you will. You can't really help that. Apple has that name inflation. You buy any Apple product, you're going to pay out the nose. You buy a Nintendo product going forward, you may yet be paying out the nose. Oh, damn it, another water pocket got opened. Whatever. I'll sort that one out in a minute. This one's far more containable. So yeah, I'm just happy we got a good game for once. Like, a really genuinely great game. It may take them another, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years to do another one. But as long as it's good, I don't care. I don't care how long it takes them to make the next Metroid. As long as it's good, that's what matters. And in a lot of cases, people don't care to make good stuff. But I can at least say that I did detect there was genuine care and love put into this game. They didn't get 100% of everything right, no. But they tried and it worked. And I applaud that. I'm willing to give my money to a group that won't fuck it up. That will go the extra mile and try. You know, trying is important. So yeah, wonderful question. When will we see a Herm Jack the Ripper podcast, or a Herm Alpha Computer podcast, or a collab between Herm and I? I haven't really talked with Herm about any sort of collaboration yet. Mostly just because I've been busy. I know Herm has been busy too. I've thought about it. There is, however, something coming up that I can't speak about yet. It's not necessarily specifically with Herm, but Herm is involved. You'll see. It's looking to be really interesting. So, you know, we'll do what we can. I know Herm has been grinding away with Bed Wars and stuff, and I'm not really into Bed Wars. That just isn't my cup of tea. Oh boy, time to leave. Time to make like a tree and get blown the fuck up. Or wait, no, I don't want that to happen. Alright. Get wrecked, glow squids. Okay. I've got to close that off a little bit better. But yeah, we will eventually do a collaboration of some kind. I assure you. It may take a while, but we'll get there. Don't let anybody tell you knockback isn't a good enchantment. Holy shit. This whole area has just been destroyed. Get wrecked, Mr. Spider Jockey. I love watching mobs get swept up into this giant wave of death. Get wrecked. And there are just no more. Damn. Okay, time to go take care of that retaining wall. Now then. Okay, next question. Thoughts on Minecraft PvP these days? Well, I did mention this to Super Jean Not in an interview that he and I did recently. While I don't like Crystal PvP, it did save PvP. Because pre 1.9 PvP was cancer. A lot of you either weren't on 2B2T and thus don't know this, or you only think about the spam click PvP from 1.7, 1.8. The big problem with those PvP systems is that old school PvP was a battle of attrition. It was whoever had the most gear, the most armor. That person was going to win the fight. It didn't matter how often you spam clicked. It didn't matter, you know, what potion you used. Your opponent was very likely armed to the teeth with the exact same stuff you were. Same level of skill. You were both just going to use a bot or a kill aura. You were just both going to stand there wailing on each other over and over That's not anything new or unique or fascinating. And whoever had the most armor would last the longest. That was how old school PvP was. And I know it wasn't that way everywhere. Not every server had, you know, gobs of duped items and things like that. Yeah, sure. But PvP was, or Crystal PvP was birthed on 2B2T. And so I still consider 2B2T, because it's a vanilla anarchy environment, to be the purest form of PvP, because you're allowed whatever you can get your hands on. Clients, hacks, whatever in-game mechanics you have at your disposal. Respawn anchors, everybody's kind of looking forward to the respawn anchor. Although I don't honestly think the respawn anchor is going to edge out the crystal. Not that it's different, just that the respawn anchor takes longer to set up. And it's only longer by like a few ticks. But with a crystal, you place it and punch it. And that's it. And 2B2T is already set up with tons of obsidian everywhere. So anywhere where PvP would already be relevant, there's already stuff there for you to make use of. Like saying, well, you got to place the obsidian and then blow your opponent up. Like, yeah, but 9 times out of 10, you know, you are already able to do that anyway. So I don't see the respawn anchor changing anything. Potion of the Turtle Master might change something. Maybe. But people already have tons of duped apples. So I don't know. I can't really see Crystal PvP being dethroned. I can't. I don't see what would have to change. Unless Mojang made Ender Crystals placed by players not hurt other players. I could see them doing that. If I place a crystal and punch it, it now no longer deals damage to other players. If Mojang did that, we would see a return of the old school PvP. I don't know why they would, but, you know, maybe. Maybe if enough people begged. Maybe. But for the most part, PvP it's crystals all the way down. And I don't see that changing. The rocket powered crossbow, that's not going to be enough. You could maybe, if your hacks are good enough, you could sit on top, or fly rather, hover in midair, and then pelt someone with damage harming 2 arrows, power 5 harming 2 arrows. You could do that. That might be enough to be competitive. But the sheer damage output of a crystal is just unmatched. So we will be crystalling each other till the day the game dies. Until Mojang changes it. And I know they're thinking about changing things in the snapshots, the combat snapshots, but there's no telling what that's going to look like. I don't have my breath held for the combat snapshots. Combat snapshots are going to be such a crapshoot. I can't see Mojang getting it right. I don't think any of the Mojang people know how to PvP anyway. They certainly don't know how to crystal PvP. So, yeah. Minecraft PvP is just fucked in a different way than it was already fucked before. That's really my opinion on it. One day it might change. Maybe. But I'm not holding my breath because Mojang is the one, or are the ones in charge of that. Jeb is taking a bit, it's taking a bit of a break. Well, whatever, I guess. I don't really have an opinion on Jeb. Jeb isn't a bad developer. He's just not a good developer. But I also don't think that anyone else in his position would be able to do any better. So at the very least, you know, they're not actively screwing the game over. Get back here. Let me ask you a question. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. You know, thoughts on my channel? Do you slimes have any thoughts on my channel? No? Well, since the slimes didn't have an answer, I guess I will. So, basically, I've decided that I'm going to start pouring all of my time and effort into the channel itself. I want the channel to do well. I want to, you know, I want to continue making cool stuff in Minecraft. I want this to be something amazing. I don't see a reason to stop, you know? And, yeah, I'm going to keep going until I can't go any further, pretty much. So yeah, that's those are my thoughts. I'm gonna push this until I can't push this any further. So stick around and watch me blow more stuff up and build a really cool base and all that other jazz. I really like these low-hanging caves. There's just like so much mystery to them. Oh, wow. Oh! Hell yeah. Oh, one singular piece, that's it. I didn't expect to find diamond. That's nice. I mean, I'm not in a position to need diamond anyway, so it doesn't matter. But oh, redstone. However, that I am in the position of now needing. I'm slowly running out my redstone stores. Those pistons and observers take a lot. Gold, don't mind if I do. Gold is my favorite meal. There we go. These lush caves were a really good idea. Wow, it's just flattened everything. Oh God. Sorry. That one really came over me hard. Ow. Sorry, everybody. Am I actually playing on 2B2T? No. This is just a single-player world. Ooh. We're getting close to the deep slate layers. Oh wow, this is just so pretty to look at. Look at how much this place is overgrown. I want to say the last time I was down here, these vines hadn't yet really reached down to the floor yet. But now, oh man. Okay. Do I think your questions are based? They're pretty good. It's a weird question to ask, but you know. The person who kept asking me questions had a lot to ask, a lot to know. Wanted to know if I was happy about them, I guess. I thought they were okay. I wasn't against the idea. If I was, I would have told them to stop, and I didn't, so. Yeah, I think your questions are pretty based. You know who you are. Now then. My sleep schedule. Well, I inadvertently stay up too late, and I try to keep myself, you know, I try to get myself up at about 9. Try to keep myself from sleeping in too late, but I don't feel like I get enough sleep. I get distracted doing things, watching videos and so on, and I just end up doing myself badly by getting too little sleep. So yeah, I know I could probably improve my sleep habit, but it's so hard to wrench myself away from work and the internet, just all of it. Oh hell yeah, more diamond. Oh, that's a lot of diamond. Yes, please. Nice. That was a good find. Give me 20 diamonds. All right. So yeah, my sleep schedule isn't too bad. Could be better. But it's manageable. I got a good 7 hours of sleep last night. And then my work schedule. Well, since I don't have a job anymore, I quit because of my boss back in August. And so I've mostly just devote time and effort into the channel now. Oh, and I go to school too. That's about it. I don't really have a set work schedule. I try to get some things done here and there. When you're your own boss, it's easy to end up being, shall we say, distracted. Gotta, take time out to study as well. Figure out what I want to do. Things of that nature. It's not so bad. It's definitely preferable to how my job was before. Maybe someday I will tell more horror stories from my work. I got a lot of those. My old work, I mean. So much cave down here, wow. What layer am I on? -19. Come at me. On guard. So yeah, great questions about work. Do I think this channel will devolve into an endless black hole of bad questions? When he says channel, this person means the questions channel in my Discord. That's just where I had all this stuff, laid out pretty much. No, I don't think it'll become an endless black hole of bad questions. Like, these are mostly some pretty good questions. And like I said, I set up that particular channel to do just this. To ask these questions. So I don't really mind, It ended up being how I wanted it to be. So as long as it's not terrible, I'm alright with that. As long as it's not like mindless, stupid questions. I have noticed lately, though, that the questions channel has slowed down so much. And obviously that's because people are gradually running out of things to ask, pretty much. But yeah, don't hesitate to join the Discord, find out what question, or, give me a question you would like to have me answer. Obviously, I'm trying to kind of figure out what people are asking in chat as well. Will I stop at the Deep Slate or go through? I'm going all the way. I'm not stopping. This whole place is going to be a hole. I just noticed that the boundary was, really thick. Oh, but yeah. How old am I? I'm 32. Man, listen to that pounding. It reminds me of being at my grandparents' house many, many years ago. And in one of their old houses, they had a tin roof. Because apparently that was common in the Old South. And whenever the rains just pour down onto a tin roof, it echoes throughout the whole house. You can really hear it, and that reminds me of that, the TNT explosions. It would have that similar sort of roaring sound to it. Although the roaring of the TNT is more rhythmic. But yeah, it's something. I'm trying to burrow my way out. I hope I'm not going... Oh shit, am I even in the right direction? Aha. Nope. Of course I would come up where there's a creeper. Yeah. All right. I love one-shotting those guys. And then finish him off with looting. There we go. Well, if you're guessing I'm in my late 20s, you guessed wrong. I haven't been in my late 20s for a few years now. It's amazing how time flies, isn't it? Next question. Did I participate in the third incursion? Very, very, very loosely. I was not that interested in the third incursion. That stuff never really intrigued me because I was busy trying to build Space Valk. But also that, I don't know, I felt like the incursion was just kind of, it was a bit silly, you know? The reason the incursion was organized at all was because people were restless and bored after the destruction of Asgard 2. And so I was not restless or bored because I had a project to do. And for me, that was Space Valkyria. So to say, you know, why didn't you participate? Why, you know, what was it? What was the problem? It just didn't intrigue me. I was already satisfied with what I was doing. I didn't see a need to join in, so I didn't. But I'm not, like, regretful of it. I enjoyed what little time I had in the third incursion. I enjoyed, for example, I got to know Fit a little bit through the third incursion. He and I first met during the third incursion, properly, like, face-to-face. He was at Asgard too, but I never really paid attention to him back then. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. I don't really care to be at incredibly large gatherings of players, mostly because I know that they tend to devolve into a fight. But funny enough, the third incursion lasted just long enough before it devolved into a fight to actually make me care to be there. I can remember one big interesting thing that I did was I got to go... I handled an XP bottle. It was an Inf XP bottle. And I got to go there, and I saw a bunch of people from, you know, the third Incursion. They were gathering at the Incursion base. And I just stood on top of a bookshelf. You know, it was an enchantment table set up. I just stood on top of it. And I just started using my auto thrower that I had. And I just kept throwing out XP bottles over and over and over and over. And eventually, I believe it was the fox. He came up to me and he's like, Jack, how many of those do you have? And I just typed that. And I just kept raining out XP bottles on everybody. And I was like, behold my golden shower. And then Fox understood what I was talking about at that point. So yeah, that was a fun little memory from that. Okay. Now then. All this area. Hot damn. It cleans it out very cleanly, doesn't it? It's more uniform than I expected it to be. For TNT explosions. You would think there'd be pits everywhere, but it's surprisingly flat. Okay, so that area doesn't quite reach down into the deep slate yet. 19. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, now comes the fun part. Disassembling them. 5, so there's 5 on that edge. So if I build a bomber out that way, it'll need up to like right here to be on dry land. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear this out now. Just to avoid the mess of last time. Oh no, this is an underwater ravine. I don't know that I'm going to be able to clear that out. Ugh. That's unfortunate. Well, it's only a small segment, but it's a deep one. That's the problem, is the depth. Oh well. Let's see here. Next question. Do I have a deep, or do I like having deep philosophical questions? Yeah, I like them. I like conversations like that. Yeah. I have a lot of really interesting ideas about this and that. So I don't mind talking about stuff like that. If anybody has like philosophical related questions, don't hesitate to ask those too. But it's I know that philosophy and stuff like that is not something that everybody's into, and it tends to go over people's heads a lot of the time. So sorry if that happens. But you know, to a degree, if you're talking about some philosophical topic and it doesn't make you feel small or make you go, I need to think about that. Or I should take a step back and go, you're probably doing it wrong if you're not challenged in that way. To a degree, that's kind of what philosophy is about. Being challenged in that kind of manner. So it's all right to not know, or to be curious, or to have an idea you can't fully put together, I guess. Here we go. So yeah, more philosophical questions for those of you who are prone to those things, who want to know more about things like that. Oh, damn. Okay. Do I regret not staying for the third incursion? No, not at all. Whenever I needed something from like Pyro or whatever we were doing, and I had to go to the third incursion area, it was never really like that big of a deal. I never felt like I was going to get attacked at any moment. It was a bit of a problem how there were so many people who suddenly became like enemies overnight. People would get at each other like all the time. And to a degree, I kind of felt like it was stupid, so I'm glad I missed a lot of that drama. So-and-so is KOS. No, you're KOS. No, now you're so-and-so. You're KOS. You're with so-and-so. Oh, and it just became like... Ugh. Enough of the childishness, you know? I really couldn't care less about how this group or that person or whoever was being stupid or some such like that. There were people who I don't think should have been part of it because they were only, at best, a distraction. And at worst, they were detrimental, like Jared. Jared was only 14? Yeah, he was 14 when he griefed imps, so that was later that year. So yeah, Jared was only like 14 years old. He shouldn't have been in it. Just sort of, you know, all sorts of things like that. Talo was in the incursion for a bit. Talo was a psychopath from what I've heard. So I know he was out to like make people's lives more troublesome than they needed to be. Just stuff like that. Like, I honestly kind of wish people could have had a bit more of a handle on the third incursion and it had lasted a bit longer. I don't know. Maybe it lasted too long, and that's just wishful thinking. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, that was kind of silly. Like, I'm not doing this again. Oh, this was dumb. Incursions have a way of overstaying their welcome. Another unfortunate side effect of getting a bunch of people in one place. They get restless and they eventually want to start fighting. But oh well, what can you do? Okay, so I've got just enough room for another 5 on this bottom hand side, and that'll do it for all of this side. And hopefully that'll be all the water, and then I can go from that side. Also, I really love how you can see into the glowing caves. That's so cool. I'm not going to be able to make all of this fill in, am I? Yar, the drink is trying to take me. Phew, okay. Next question. I don't understand this one. Have I ever listened to 8D music? I've literally never heard of 8D music until right this second. So obviously no. I don't know what that entails or what that's like. So I don't know. Somebody explain that. Is that a gag? You're back. What'd you miss? You didn't miss anything, El Cayman. Am I still best friends with Alpha? Of course. Alpha and I have been friends for years. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Dodgeball ref. 8D music is a dodgeball reference? Is it? "8D music sounds like surrounds you." Oh, like that Atmos movie experience I had when I went and saw Dune. Okay. So just sort of like a surround sound style musical experience. So no, I've never had the chance to do that. It sounds interesting enough. Maybe someday. Ugh. Time to leave. Okay, so this hopefully won't take out the retaining wall as the TNT drops from up there. Alright. So yeah, 8D music is interesting sounding. Maybe someday I'll try it. Maybe. Now then, next question. Is luxury worth to me? In other words, do I find luxury to be worthwhile? Not really. Not like super luxury. Like just an easy, comfortable living is perfectly fine. I don't have to have the finer things in life or any of that dumb bullshit. To a degree, I feel like a lot of people pursue that stuff mindlessly. And they do it to their own detriment. They don't fully understand what it will cost them to achieve whatever it is they want. And in some cases, you know, the finer things in life will be prohibitive. And, you know, life is about making the best use of what you have, to a degree. So going after foolish things like, you know, if I'm not eating caviar 24 hours a day, I'm not living. Or I'm not driving a Mercedes-Benz or a Rolls-Royce, I'm not, you know, my car is crap if it's not. And I'm just like, get something that works. Enjoy what you have. Don't be, you know, the type to get jealous of other people's experiences. Who knows, one day you could have a similar experience or a similar thing all your own. People are all too quick to want what other people have, but like to do it without thinking or considering the repercussions. Because like you can want something, sure. Wanting luxury isn't inherently wrong, but you better be very careful about how you go getting it, about what you're willing to give up to get it, because, you know, there's no way you won't have to give up something. To pursue something is to give up something else. That's a lesson I don't think a lot of people have really learned. You don't get something for nothing, as it were. And that entails giving up things many times. So yeah, be careful. Careful what you wish for. Be careful what you choose to pursue. It could be all you are. And I don't mean that in, like, a good way. It could be the end of you if you aren't careful. Three, four. So yeah, I don't really think luxury is worthwhile, per se. Comfortable, I don't know, it depends on, I guess, your definition of luxury. Comfortable living is one thing. You know, I've got clothes on my back, I've got roof over my head, got a good family. You know, I'm not going above and beyond what one would consider outrageous. You know, having some of those things aren't necessarily outrageous. At least I would hope. I would hope that's not considered outrageous to have a good standard. I don't know. Everybody's thinking is different on the matter, so I'm not really sure what constitutes as luxury in this instance. So who knows? Look for the link from Legend of Zelda in the community tab. Oh, that. Yeah, the Discord post. Have I still not put that in my description? Fuck me. Whatever, I'm just going to make an invite, a permanent invite, and throw it in my desk. Oh, it's already in the description. Yeah, check the description, man. There's an invite to the Discord in the description. So yeah, don't worry about that. Okay. Is success more important than friends? Of course not. Oh. Turbo, thank you for subscribing, man. I just suddenly realized I can do that. Cool. But yeah, success, like, yeah, everybody wants to be successful, sure, but if you're going to have that come at the cost of your friends, like, your success is going to be more than you can handle. It will eat you alive. Success is only valuable if you have something that you can be happy with people. It's nice to be successful, but if you're alone and successful, I don't know. You might not want to have been successful. Who knows? I find that having good friends is important too. But then, you know, you can find a balance. That's the other thing. Like, nobody said you had to be one or the other. You can strike a good balance. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily successful, but should I ever end up becoming more successful than I am now? I suppose that's the most realistic way to put it. Then yeah, I would happily, you know, I'd be happy with, or if another person, you know, gets this or that, yeah, I'm happy for them. You try to not be jealous of other people or things like that. Try to share your accomplishments. It makes them worth savoring. Crap. That's partly why I didn't kick everybody out of Space Falcon, despite nobody else really doing anything. Simply because I wanted to have someone there. Being alone in a place like that would have been terrible. base as big as Space Falcon deserves to be shared with people. So yeah, no, like you have to balance success and friendship and all that other stuff. Okay, here's another big chunk that's gonna get blown away. Now this last one over here. Yeah, that's definitely gonna fall in the water. So I've got to clear this out. I've got logs. Why am I not using planks? Those are cheap. Oh no. Oh. Ah, damn it. Trampled my crop. Oh, well, what am I doing? I could just pick up. I don't have a spare. Oh wait, yes I do. So yeah, that was a great question. Is nitro worth it? No, it is not. Oh, Harrison Middleton, thank you for subscribing. But yeah, nitro. Does nitro give you anything that you're just dying to have right now? Think about that. Like, first of all, it's subscription based, so you're not even purchasing a product. And is it really... It's not necessary to enjoy Discord. Oh, excuse me. You're not gonna, like, die tomorrow if you don't have nitro. So... It's kind of a silly thing, you know? I don't see nitro as being absolutely necessary on any level. I've had nitro for maybe 1 month, and I think that was gifted to me. Oh yeah, it would have been gifted to me. I wouldn't have dared bought it. So, like... Why bother? What does nitro do for you that's just so amazing? I mean, I'm aware of what nitro will give you in terms of, like, you know, of what it does for you on Discord. I'm just saying, like, who gives a shit? Like, really? You know, it's like those people who would walk around going, I vape. And it became a meme. Like, people who were just obsessed with the newest shitty trend. And they would just have to shove it in everybody's faces. To the point where it became a laughingstock. And they haven't really shilled nitro to that level. But like nitro, I get the feeling that nitro is going to become something of a almost like cooties, you know? Ew, you have nitro. Ew. Because there have been a lot of nitro scams going around. A friend of mine at my school had that happen to him. His Discord got hacked because of free nitro giveaway. You know, that's going to put some stigma on things like nitro going forward. So, like, ultimately, who gives a shit? Nitro is not worth it. It doesn't do anything for you that you absolutely need right now. You're not going to miss it. Not really. If they abolished it tomorrow. So who cares? Spend your money on something more worthwhile, you know? Pay your car off. Give yourself, I don't know, something you will enjoy. I don't know, take your pick. Point being, like, things like that seem like a waste of money to me. Can't really justify spending that, you know? Oh, but yeah. There are a lot of, I don't want to say shady, but like, kind of undesirable business practices like that that are just, you're paying money for fluff, you know? It's on a popular server. Imagine for a minute you could pay on Twitter to get the blue check mark for 24 hours. They've already made it to where wanting the blue check mark is a thing they've trained people to strive for, or to try to get, right? It's a privileged club to a degree. Well, what if you could buy your way into the club temporarily? Would it be worth it to do that? No. That would be a complete waste of time and money. I would laugh my ass off at someone who bought a blue check mark on Twitter just because. Like, if it was for a meme or a dumb video on YouTube, something like that, I can understand. I can get behind that because you're doing it more as an experimental thing. And so, like, people have to learn to be, and that means they have to make their own stupid mistakes. People have to learn to, like, value things better. And that's not just their own money and social status, but just common sense. People have not been taught to value things appropriately. Sorry, Mr. Squid. You have to die now. Don't you know there are people who would chomp at the bit to buy a blue check mark on Twitter? Or some other stupid something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's really not just Nitro. It's all of that shit. It's a problem indicative of the clout chase. I don't know. I don't know how it will go, or if it will ever end. It probably will never end, realistically. But hey, you know, maybe someday. I think the Zoomers and Millennials, the two generations affected by this sort of thing, the hardest so far. I think it's a lesson we will collectively learn, and over time we'll get better at. But for now, there are going to be people who do stupid things and they get burned for it. That's the folly of youth. You do stupid shit. Fuck. Go to the damn planks. Anyway, you do stupid shit and you get burned for it. So yeah, that's my opinion on Discord Nitro. It's fluff. It's a waste. If you're going to sell me a product, make it worth my while. Make it be, I don't know, something just absolutely blow me away levels of interesting. And I don't feel like Discord knows what that is anymore. When they formed Discord, they kind of knew what they were doing. But now, they've been influenced by, you know, the evils of social media. They have lived long enough to become the bad guy, I feel. I'm interested to see who will kill Discord and replace them. The circle of technology. It's an endless, vicious cycle, the circle of technology. Okay. All right, time to start more bombing. I do want a little bit more scaffolding material. Okay. So, next question. Donuts or waffles? Probably waffles. I like waffles more. I don't really have a reason. I just do. Donuts are a nice little snack every now and then, but waffles give me, I don't know, they're more fulfilling. More filling, rather. Nothing is better than making a hot, fresh stack of waffles for yourself. Shit. Owie. Okay. So this should all just fall down onto that area over there. Got to be careful to silk touch those. These fans are valuable. Oh, Puppy Waldo, thank you for subscribing, man. Welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy your stay. Now then, are bagels good or bad? I don't know, because I can count the number of times I've eaten a bagel on one hand. So I don't really eat them enough to have an opinion on them. They're good if you like them. Oh. Fairy Toxie. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Fairy Toxie. What's with the sudden influx of subs? Did I do something wrong? Whoa. Okay. Defuse the bomb. There we go. So yeah, enjoy what you enjoy, I guess. If you like bagels, like bagels. Continue to like them, I mean. I'm not even really sure what bagels are made out of specifically. Like, is it just sourdough? Is it like a mixture of various ingredients? I don't know. They were never available to me when I was growing up, so. Yeah, just don't really have much of an opinion on them. There is a bagel shop at my university that I've been in twice. That's it. Not really something I feel like going back and getting again, which is why I've only been in it twice. Cool. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Fly, 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 fly. Okay, next interesting question. There's VoIP called Gilded, essentially Discord lookalike. Oh. You think they got a shot? Because, I mean, just because there is, you know, a knockoff or whatever, doesn't mean that's going to gain any traction. I hope. I wouldn't mind. Although I feel like any company that takes Discord's place is just going to become Discord. Over time. You know, they will become Skype. They will become Discord. They will become AIM. They'll get set in their ways and they won't care what the average consumer wants or care or is. I hate feeling and thinking that way about all these various companies, but like, they all seem to do that. They all become homogenized clones of each other with the same stupid, terrible ideas and the same general attitude of how dare the unwashed masses tell us how to screw with them, sell their information. Oh, fuck. Bastard. Fuck out of here, zombie. But yeah, we'll see about Discord. I don't know. It's a necessary evil. You gotta use something like that. Otherwise, you're just hopelessly lost in today's internet. I can remember a day when AIM was something that I would use once in a while as a lark. Never really... It wasn't that important, you know? But now things like Discord, or well, really, it was Skype initially. Things like that became absolutely essential before I knew it. It's very strange how things change. I believe the band Yes has a really good song regarding changing places. Okay. So that's all the bombers. Now for the engines that drive them. Part of me is a hoarder and really wants to keep this carrot. Chat, should I get a subscription for $1 Minecraft? I don't know. If it'll make you happy, go right ahead. Who am I to judge? But, you know, that's up to you. Okay. What did Discord do? It's not that Discord's done any one thing in particular, it's just the general attitude. They're going to become worse over time. Like, this is how Skype was back when Skype began to decline. Eventually they're going to start pushing stupid features on you that you don't want or need, and that, like Nitro is becoming a meme, these features will become a meme because they're silly, they're dumb, they're things nobody asked for. And because nobody asked for them, but because they've got to keep their shop open by hiring programmers, you know, they got to sort of keep the semblance of the stuff under the hood running, then you got to have a bunch of stuff that, you know, inevitably things get developed that people don't really want. For example, the first thing I saw of Discord doing this was Threads. When Threads went beta, everybody could start using them. And of course, they were only used for mischief. They were not used for, I don't know, whatever they intended people to use Threads for. It became a shit show. And I was like, whoop, nope, we're disabling that. And so we did. It was a great decision to disable that because I've never heard of Threads being used for anything good. And Threads just sort of came out. It just happened. And if I wanted to, you know, discuss something with someone, either I'd talk to them in a PM, or, well, sorry, a DM. I forget they're not called PMs anymore. I would ask somebody something in a DM, or I would simply start a new channel dedicated to whatever the topic in question is. Not once would something like a thread ever cross my mind as a necessary thing. I didn't look at that and go, wow, I really wish we'd had this from day one. This is such a useful feature. That just isn't the sort of thing that I needed. And I don't think it's something anyone else needed either. Because again, where was the outcry for something like that? And so, when developers start doing that, where they start making ideas, and they're not necessarily bad ideas, they're just not great ideas. They're not, you know, super amazingly useful, oh so very convenient, you know. Wow, how did I live without this feature? You know, you don't want to overburden your software with fluff. And I feel like Discord is on the verge of that. That at some point, sooner or later, half of Discord is just going to be useless fluff. See, there's some up there. Aha. So yeah, I fear that day, because that's the day I'll be looking for a replacement for Discord. But I don't know. It's a vicious cycle. It really is. Sand, that's a slime block. Okay, so that's a tree. Ah, the last lamp. Okay. All the bombers are recovered. Time to figure out, or not figure out, but time to get this last segment in place. Fuck. So it's just these last 5 here. Are there programs can be made that are actually useful? Yes. Plenty of programs can be made that are useful. It's just that when you have a large, so I guess studio isn't necessarily the right word, but you know, a large company, and you become, you know, overburdened with stuff. Oh, damn it. It flew away before I could see it. I'm so sorry, whoever just subscribed. I was, not paying close enough attention. Anyway, when you've got a big enough group that you are managing, and you're trying to make, I don't know, a game, a piece of software, something, it gets really easy to get off the tracks, to get off the rails, to go, hey, we should add this. Oh, this is cool, we should add that. And the focus is no longer on, well, what's something that people really want? Oh, the axolotl died. Damn it. I lose more axolotls that way. So yeah, you just gotta be... Oh wait, shit. Wrong one. You just gotta be prepared to, like, cut the fat, you know? Trim the fat. and they have to kind of justify having these people on their payroll. They got to do something, you know, pull their weight. And so a lot of these companies end up making bloatware that just doesn't need to exist. And big popular things like Discord, Skype, etc. These companies, or well, not companies. These projects end up becoming that. They bloat because they've got to have a reason to employ the 50-something people on the development team that, quite honestly, they don't need, but they're here, so you got to deal with it. I mean, you don't need that many people working on one piece of software half the time. But hey, you know, when they expand, when they grow, when a company gets big, they want to get big to match, and I don't blame them. But there's an art to expanding. And I don't mean the shit you look up on DeviantArt. The expansion related things. So yeah, you just gotta, you know, be careful what you do, I guess. Cat reveal when? Ooh. I'm not sure when I will reveal my kitty. Maybe eventually. But right now I have no reason to show her off. Here, you know what? Since people like having a carrot dangle over their heads, 15,000. When I get to 15K, I will cat reveal. How's that sound? Everybody likes cats, more or less. So, you know, that's something to look forward to. 15K cat reveal. That's what I'll do. That sound fair to everybody? There they are. Nice. Isn't Minecraft kind of doing the same as Discord at the moment? Yeah, that's why I'm so critical of Mojang. I don't want them to do that with Minecraft. I want them to add good quality features that make the experience worthwhile, like bumping up the world height, making cool biomes, you know, like the lush caves. Like, there's a reason I'm living in a lush cave area. It's fucking amazing. Stuff like that. They've proven with updates like 1.16 that they can competently make something that doesn't bloat the game. It's pretty cool. And that it actually serves a purpose. They've proven they can do it. So when they do things like add copper, but no real interesting copper-made things, I can't help but go, okay, guys, what are you doing? Don't be silly. We don't want all this bullshit. So, I mean, it'll be what it'll be. We will get what we will get. There isn't a whole lot we can do about it, but saying nothing isn't a... You know, saying nothing is a surefire way to get nothing. To get screwed. Okay, cool. So that locks all of the mechanisms so that the ships cannot launch. Bam. And Put a fan there. Put a tent there. Fence detector. I got too much garbage in my inventory. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Okay, so that's one bomber. Okay, cool. Now then. Sorry, I have to concentrate when I'm putting all these things in place. Alright, so on to the next topic. Enough about Discord and Minecraft and all them making their boneheaded decisions and stuff. Move on to something cheery. This next one's silly, but I like it. Is ultra long-armed Pop Bob in my Space Valk 3 world still? No. That was entirely a meme. Radioactive long-armed Pop Bob is not real. He cannot hurt you. I realize a lot of people have taken a shine, shall we say, to some of those memes. They're just that. Memes. They're not real. But some people, I fear, have a challenge when it comes to distinguishing truth from fiction. Oh, hell. So it's whatever. Don't worry about it. Ultra long arm Pop Bob is just a figment of your imagination. He definitely won't show up tonight to grief your base while you're sleeping. He won't make an appearance in your dreams. You're okay. He's not going to hold you or your family ransom. He's not real. He can't hurt you. Don't worry about it. But he attacked Space Valk 3 in a short. Yes, that was staged. That was for fun. It was not real. That was just a nod and a wink. Like, haha, I'm in on the joke too, guys. No, I know who asked that wasn't serious. It's just me fucking with him. So yeah, the long arm pop-up stuff was an interesting creation of a certain other 2B2T content creator. Okay, last thing to do is to put the observers facing up into these observers. Oh wait. And so that's what sets the machines off, like so. This will be the last segment I bomb for today. And then I have to move all the bombings down a few layers. Just so that I can reach everything. But I probably won't go too far down on the edges. I want it to be more like a dip instead of like a steep wall. So some of these are probably not going to be like a straight drop. Okay, let's see how it works. Yeah, it hurts the retaining wall. I kind of figured it would. Just a real quick lock and load. I really hope Mojang doesn't patch this. Get up there. Oh boy. Time to see off my bombers. I love it when a plan comes together. I can probably repair those walls, though. Wait a minute. This area didn't get hit. Or did it? No, wait, it did. That's right. Okay. It's just a little higher. It should all get leveled out, though. Why'd you come after me, you stupid skeleton? Just to get shot? A lot of this wall is probably going to get blown up, but oh well. I will do my best. Zero tick farm should have stayed, I agree. I agree. There was a beauty to using zero tick machines to grow. I think, couldn't you grow, what was it, wheat? Or was it sugar cane? Something like that. You could grow items that would otherwise grow very slowly. You could grow those very quickly. It was a really cool concept. I'm sad, but like, I get that it was a bug. And so, oh well, I can't fault them really for patching it. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't really like it when they do that shit, but their reasons are not... What the... What? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh shit. Well, there was no return mechanism for that one. That's fine, I'll just... Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Yeah, it blew up. Yep. Yep, it blew itself up. Oh. The minecart fell off. How did that happen? Well, shockingly, other than the TNT, which is replaceable enough. Four. Huh. So yeah, it was only the TNT that went bye-bye. Yeah. Hit the edge of them loaded chunks. It's a wonder the whole thing didn't go up. The whole bomber. Ooh, you got yourself a trident. I need a second trident with Riptide. Or no, or yeah, it's loyalty. Or no, it's Riptide. Yeah, it's the one that pulls you along. Ow. I'm drowning. Naturally, he didn't drop one. Oh well. At least I recovered my losses. Okay, well, the solution's fairly easy to prevent that from happening again. Damn it. Fuck. Cannot for the life of me stay on top of things. And of course there's water everywhere. The retaining wall was annihilated. There we go. To here. So I just need one regular piston. Well, a sticky piston wouldn't be too bad. A sticky piston will do the job. Just so long as it's something that will extend out to hit the observer on the receiving end, which will cause it all to reverse and go back. Come to think of it, now that I'm looking at it, I should probably have made the retaining wall along that line and then around that way to give myself some space between the bombing area and the water. Ah well, you've all seen things blow up before. I shouldn't need to show you all every single bombing. I'm thinking that's gonna be it for today. Let me stick the landing here. Ah, good. Okay. I'm gonna just rebuild this bomber real fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you throw me off. There we go. Prime that. And there we are, all fixed. So everything should do what it needs to do. Oh man, that's a lot of area. But it will work out. I will get all this situated as well. And I think that's going to end it for me today. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all to those who subbed. Thank you all to those who donated. Y'all have a great night. Y'all stay safe. And I'll see y'all next time. See y'all Monday. Bye.